Okay, this is a book review. The name of the book is The Philosophy of Freedom by Rudolf Steiner, German guy, copyright 1894. So I had known one quote by Steiner. Here it is. Love is higher than opinion. If people love one another, the most varied opinions can be reconciled. One of the most important tasks for mankind today is that we should learn to live together and understand one another. If this human fellowship is not achieved, then all talk of development is empty. And so I think there's a lot of truth in that, because there's a lot of people who are good people, and they might have some totally evil, bad, stupid opinion, but it's not because they're a bad person, it's just because they're stupid. You know, they haven't read anything. Like, you can meet somebody who's a nice person, but they're a Democrat, okay? The Democrats, American Communist Party, it's total evil. It wants to kill all the Christians. And so what I'm trying to say is somebody could say they're a Democrat and they could still be a good person. They're just stupid. They just haven't read. They don't know what they're talking about. So they don't say they're that evil thing because they're a bad person. They just say it because they're stupid and they're lazy and they don't read. So that's what I'm saying, is a lot of people are like that. Think about people in your family, you know. And it's like, I have an Irish cousin, for example. Okay, and she said she's a Democrat. And I'm like, you know, the whole purpose of the Democrats is to get rid of all the Irish people. When the Democrats are done, there'll be no Irish people left, okay? And she'll say that and think she's an intelligent person. And I'm just like, you know, I don't got the time to educate her, but it's like painful. And that's what I meant by Irish Christianity is weak. Because the Irish, a lot of them, they're not that smart, but they think they know what they're talking about. And so you can trick them into anything. A person that's that stupid, you could trick them into anything. You could tell them, you know, snow is black, okay? Day is night, okay? they'll believe it, you know? Milk and water are the same thing, okay? So what I'm trying to say is people should be emotionally connected to some of their opinions. Otherwise, they're weak. Like, what I'm getting at is my Puerto Rican cousins, Jesus Cristo is their best friend, okay? You can't debate that. There's no there's no logical argument that can change that, and that's actually a good thing. Okay, so anyways, what I'm trying to say about this book is it sucked. I gave it 0 out of 10 stars, 0 out of 5 stars. I'm reading on a treadmill, and I read the first couple chapters. I'm like, not one single good quote, not one good point, just a bunch of philosophical bloviation, you know, pompous, big words, all abstract, no concrete examples, no metaphors. It just totally sucked. The lady who recommended it to me is actually a pretty smart, nice lady, but this book sucks. I think she maybe speaks German, so she might have read it in the German, and, you know, she's trying to sound smart by recommending this to me. It's kind of like what Immanuel Kant's Critique of Reason is. That's like what this book was about, The Philosophy of Freedom. Just a bunch of big words, abstract crap. I went and looked at the chapters that had good chapter titles. I went and looked at the last chapter to see if he put it all together at the end. Every single chapter sucked, and there's no useful information. I was on a treadmill. I would have given up on the book a lot sooner, but I needed to entertain myself to kind of get my mileage in for the day. I got 5.5 miles in, which is better than nothing. If I have a good book, I'll go 7 miles, but I just couldn't take it anymore, and I did a lot of thinking, and I'll write in the back pages of the book ideas about whatever else is on my mind. So anyways, that's his only good quote. That's the only thing worth knowing from Rudolf Steiner, is that love is higher in opinion. And if you love people, it doesn't matter what they say to a large extent, because you can just ignore it and attribute it to other things, not to intent. So there it is.